My name is Ophir. I'm On Demand together with SDRN News here at AWS reInvent 2014. And together with me,
Jeff Aden, EVP of Marketing and Business Development. We primarily work with enterprise workloads in the public cloud. And in that, Amazon is one of the only providers that is production ready for enterprises, and that's why we use them. Now, what we do is we have implementation services, which are implementing workloads up to AWS, and then we have managed services of those workloads when they're in the cloud. Okay, so those are the two areas. Under implementation, we kind of see two different customers. One, like you talked about, there's a need for a factory. Okay, so migration. I want to migrate 200 applications. We just launched this cloud factory this week. It's $2,000 per server to move up to AWS. Yesterday, Condé Nast talked about how they migrated up to AWS. Other customers of ours, like Adobe, same type of thing. We set up factories to migrate massive data centers into AWS. That's a big thing. The second theme, and I think, and those are kind of the accelerated. They know I want to go to Amazon, and they know I need a partner to do that. The second type of customer we see is somebody that's more navigating and more calculated in their approach. And we actually work with them to set up strategies, so road mapping, TCO, as well as implementation services around service catalogs, et cetera, for those workloads. Those are kind of the two scenarios. And we're seeing a lot more accelerators. Obviously, why the Cloud Factory after 35 data center migrations is really coming out. And I don't think anybody else in the industry has actually put a stake in the ground and said, hey, per server, I'll migrate it for $2,000, which is services and automation. Now, once they get up there, so like Yamaha is a great example. Once they get onto the public cloud, we offer managed services for those workloads. And we use tools and automation to do that. I think we showed you some of those last year. Yes. And that's part of the offering. You can't buy those individually. That's really around our management of those workloads.
So you have your own proprietary tools to help you do so it's a kind of a change in the world, of the integration services and the managed services for providers, right? You have real nice tools, and I saw them, right? You can you see all your implementation, you see how much it costs, you see everything. This is only your customers that you are working with can see that, right?
Correct.
So what different tools you got?
Well, like you said, there are a lot of proprietary. So we have over 75,000 instances under management today. We have over 300 different projects. I think we're close to 400 almost different projects on AWS alone. In that, you learn a lot and you create a lot of automation tools and IP. We've done that both on the implementation services as well as on the managed services. An example of that would be billing. So billing, if I'm an enterprise, I want to bill out and I want everybody in my enterprise to get a bill for what they use. Well, infrastructure is set up like that, but if you need to apply a New Relic product or an Alert Logic, it doesn't work that way. So what we do is we create that solution and then bill that back out to the customer across the business units. New Relic's also another partnership we just announced a couple weeks ago, where now enterprises don't have to negotiate with third-party vendors. They can come straight to us for their public cloud.
So you give
as
them
a
bundled solution for everything end to end.
From the concrete to the application, they now can monitor it.
Yeah. So this is a new way of going into the cloud with new integration services on not traditional ones that born in the cloud.
Born in the cloud.
You're born in the cloud. There are a lot of integration services that started with on-premise. They have lots of years, managing irons,
Exactly.
but you come second watch and just showed how it's being done without any irons, right?
Yeah. And we don't work with physical hardware, but we need to work with business strategies of the enterprise. So we actually also created a plugin to VMware's vCAC so that they can launch VMs or AWS public cloud. And so there's ways that we're integrating into the enterprise strategy without having to actually go to the hardware or traditional services.
Makes sense. The hybrid cloud is still here. No one using only public. So
I don't think the hybrid. I mean, those are more on-prem, but it's on-prem versus public cloud is kind of how they're using it, right? On-prem VMs are not the cloud, in my opinion. So
if they want to learn more, guys that are listening to us right now, they go to secondwatch.com.
Yep, secondwatch.com.
Simple, right?
Yeah, secondwatch.com. They can learn about the factory. They can also learn about the workload enablement as well as the workload management of that.
Great. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.